How are y'all doing?
Okay.
Welcome back to episode, I think, 1.6.
I think the running joke is we don't know what episode we're on.
Maybe we can round up to 2 or round down to 1.
I'm feeling 3.
Feeling 3.
I mean, really.
No, you're
really,
going to confuse everybody. All right, episode 2.
We think.
We'll say. We think.
We think. We're not entirely sure.
So, I'll make
What are we talking about today?
So, Trey, recently, WreckCon, we had a little bit of field trip, didn't we?
We really just jumped into things here. We're moving quick. All right.
So WreckCon recently, we had a little bit of field trip, didn't we? We all went on a family adventure to MomoCon.
Oh, family adventure to MomoCon.
Family adventure to MomoCon. I think we talked about MomoCon last time and how much they helped us, but it wasn't brief.
No, it was brief. It was brief.
Oh, sorry, it was brief.
Yeah, it was brief. So today we're going to be talking about our adventures at MomoCon and also just like them in general because they were a pretty big help for WreckCon. But yeah, without
First
them,
off,
no idea how we would have done
Why don't you
this.
tell us what MomoCon is, Trey?
See, actually, I probably am not the best person to ask about this because I learned about them at ARCon.
Okay, never mind. I'll explain what MomoCon is. So MomoCon is a convention held here in our home place of
Home
Atlanta,
state of
Georgia.
Atlanta.
Home state of Atlanta, Georgia. It is a very big con. It has around like 20,000 people now. That came.
20,000?
That
No,
sounds
it's
wrong.
way more.
Really?
Yeah. I know this number.
Okay.
It's 80,000.
3 billion
We
people.
talked about this in the last episode.
3
Isn't it
trillion?
80,000? It's 40K, never mind.
4 billion people came to MomoCon, and it was crazy.
4 billion.
Yeah, 4 billion people.
More than half the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every Indian person in the world came to MomoCon.
We're cutting this.
And 4 billion people ended up in MomoCon. But
In
no,
Atlanta.
the thing that I feel like a lot of people maybe don't know is that MomoCon was actually started at our very own Georgia Tech. They have roots very similar to our own WreckCon.
It's kind of an inspiration too.
Yeah,
for
their
WreckCon.
original name was Techwood Con, I believe. The reason why it's called Techwood Con is the road that runs past, through the center of campus. It's called Techwood Drive.
I didn't even know that. I know that they were started back in like 2005.
Yeah.
And,
I was
or
3
something
years
like
old.
that.
No.
I was 4.
Nice.
So I'm cooler than him.
Yeah. So I've been going there since day one, since I was 3 years old.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I hadn't been to MomoCon until this year, and that's definitely probably one of my favorite cons, other than WreckCon. Sorry, guys. But
how many cons have you been to?
okay, I've been to Atlanta Comic Con. I've been to MomoCon. I've been to WreckCon.
Okay, you can't count WreckCon.
I'm counting WreckCon because I made WreckCon, and that counts. That's a convention.
Okay.
Although we got in for free.
Well, I mean,
By the way, if you
ran
want to go to
it.
WreckCon for free, you can. Tickets are free. Please get them.
Okay.
Anyway. Well, I mean, you got to plug yourself.
Yeah,
Anyway. That's it.
So out of the three pods,
I haven't even been to Dragon Con.
out of the 3 conventions Trey has gone to, of which one of he literally ran, MomoCon is pretty high up there. I mean, it's definitely
When you put it like that.
Okay.
Okay, look.
no.
The convention was fun, all right?
No, okay, it's definitely in the top 3 for Trey though. Definitely.
At least.
At least in the top
At
3.
least.
But no, it was.
What about you?
it was
What
a
have you
fun
been
time.
to?
I've been to Atlanta
about to
Comic Con.
say it, yeah.
I haven't been to that many. I've been to
Okay.
MomoCon a few times. I went to WreckCon, to Atlanta Comic Con. Did I already mention that?
We're at what I'm at. What else?
Yeah, I went to that's it.
So you're over here making fun of
No,
me.
I'm not a too con.
So we're just both, we've been to the same
I've
stuff.
been to MomoCon like 4 times in the past though. So that's the only one.
Okay, well, I've only been to
that-
MomoCon
'cause,
this year.
I mean, I think that's the most famous one in Atlanta. But anyways, tell us how MomoCon went for you, Trey.
MomoCon was really fun. We were at a table most of the time, but we also did get to go and check out the convention as a whole. And I have never been in a bigger convention in my life, and it was kind of scary to see like how big it was because I was like, it would be cool if WreckCon ever hit that size, but I can only imagine the organization. Like, I have no idea how they managed to do that. Because, like, all right, so it's in the World Congress Center, this one, MomoCon was this year. I don't know if it is every year.
That's where the UN meets, for anyone who doesn't know.
Dude, so me and my friend who was helping us with WreckCon stuff, we were going to walk down there. Because, you know, we're only like 2 miles away, and, you know, Atlanta is such a walkable city. We're like, fine, we'll just walk it. Yeah.
The streets of Atlanta are so well kept, as everyone knows.
So very hilly. And I swear to God, I was in the road at some points, but it's fine. We walked there, and we got there, and we were like, oh, the first day. This is the first day, by the way. We got there, and we were like, finally, we got here. Yeah, so my watch tracks how many miles I walked. We got there, and I had like 1.5 miles more of walking past the entrance. Nice. So that really just kind of sums up how far you had to go, even when you get there. There's a lot of space in that center. I mean, oh my gosh, I did not know it was that big. But anyway, speaking of MomoCon, I mean, it was a lot of fun. There was so much stuff to do. I met so many people. Yeah. A lot of people came by our table and was like, man, ReckCon, we went there. Yeah. That was really cool.
Now that you're actually talking about how you got there, so Atlanta's public transport system is called the MARTA. It stands for Metropolitan Atlanta Rapid Transit Authority. And so the MARTA,
I didn't know that.
The MARTA is interesting, and it was interesting on the day of the convention because so there's a MARTA station right by the World Congress Center where, so, you know, me and a bunch of others took it there. But usually MARTA is taken by like young professionals trying to get to their jobs.
Yeah, and there's just a bunch of people.
I walk into the MARTA station on the first day of MomoCon, right? And like a few stops later, there's like, you know, a bunch of these dudes like in suits and jackets taking work calls, and next to them there's like some 7 different Chainsaw Man cosplays.
Watch your head because you're gonna
watch
lose
your head.
it.
Like it was hilarious.
Yeah. There's really cool cosplays though, and I believe we actually interviewed a lot of people at MomoCon. Well, at least you did with one of our one of our people who helped us with the Smash tournament. So
we did do a few interviews at ReckCon.
How did those go? Because honestly, I haven't really watched all the footage yet.
We got a few people we got a lot of Aaron Yeager apologists, believe it or not. It was way more than I was expecting. But anyways, interviews were very interesting. It was funny to see how passionate people were about their cosplays.
Yeah, some people oh man, I hope we got video of it, but there was this one person who had like Pikachus, and it was just a bunch of Pikachus. Like,
what?
No, I'm serious. All right, I could probably find the video online somewhere, and we can put it on in post. But like, this person had like Pikachu plushies. Yeah. Okay, their suit was made of them. Yeah. And that was it. It was just as many Pikachu plushies as possible. And it was kind of weird, but it was awesome at the same time. And I can only imagine how much it weighed. It was a lot.
You think we could get him to show up at ReckCon?
Probably. Give him free ticket, see what happens.
Yeah, give him free tickets. By the way, tickets are free for everyone.
Tickets are free.
Go to reckcon.com/tickets.
I thought we were org, but...
What?
I thought we were org.
We are an org. Yeah, reckcon.org. Go look us up or
something. Reckcon.look us up.
Figure us up. Follow us on Instagram for updates.
Cool scavenger hunt. Yeah. Go find our website. Free tickets await.
That's the worst scavenger hunt. You type
free
in
tickets!
ReckCon and you click enter. Great scavenger hunt, Trey. Dang.
All right.
We actually discussed at length doing an ARG, a ReckCon ARG.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Dude, this is crazy. We're talking about an ARG right now. This is so meta.
I really do want it.
This is the beginning of the ARG. This is part of it. This is part of
it. We can't tell them how to find it, but it's right now in this conversation. No, there's no code word. Oh. That's the hint. There is no code word.
That's the hint. That's the start of the ARG. Go crazy. No, we don't really have an ARG. I think the ARG idea didn't really
Maybe this is part of the ARG. Or maybe the ARG was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, that's definitely a trick. That's the clue. Friends we made along the way. That's the
who knows what the clue is?
Who knows what I certainly don't.
This really has gone off the rail. Why don't you explain what an ARG is?
So, what is I think ARG stands for Alternative Reality Game, if I'm not right. augmented
Thanks,
reality
Reed.
game. Yeah, augmented reality game.
Mm-hmm.
But you ever like do those like? It's like you ever like do like the ciphers that you see online, and then they lead you to some like weird thing on the internet, and like you find some like weird unknown. Basically, we were gonna spill all of WreckCon secrets, but it was gonna be hidden.
It's gonna be the iceberg.
It was gonna be hidden behind like 5 layers of ciphers.
You're going way into this. There was talk of doing something leading up to the con itself,
like a scavenger hunt.
and we were just too busy. Like everyone was doing stuff
Or,
for WreckCon.
this
and
is the start
no
of
one
it.
Could do it. We could do it. We could run it.
If
this
you're
year.
listening to this episode,
Honestly,
I
having
know
it
who
in
you
the
are.
podcast, that honestly wouldn't be a bad idea.
Listen.
I would like that.
If you're listening to this podcast, I know your home address.
He's
But,
coming.
I'm coming for you, yeah.
It's only a matter of
you're
time.
going to come to WreckCon.
It's either you do the ARG or Azeez comes for
yeah,
you.
I'm coming for you. But yeah, no, there is I think we are planning to do hopefully some stuff out of WreckCon, maybe besides an ARG.
Yeah, there's been ideas. There's been ideas.
I mean, ideas. Sure, plenty
well,
of ideas.
yeah,
but
no, I mean,
we
that sounds like
one
it's
thing we are
blank,
doing is going to conventions. Like we went to MomoCon. We're back to the original subject, everybody. MomoCon.
Our through line. What'd you do at MomoCon, Azeez?
What I do at MomoCon, I sat at a table and I did the best marketing voice I could muster up, man.
Let me hear it.
I
What is this
sold-
marketing voice? This is the same as your podcast voice?
Well, I'm not in like my zone right now. You know what I mean? I gotta prepare. I gotta like, I gotta put on the right cologne and like I gotta.
Dog, we're literally recording and you're not in the zone.
No. To
You
market,
tell me you're not bringing your A game to
No,
the podcast?
It's like, listen, like podcast me and then like marketing WreckCon me are like two different people entirely, man. Yeah.
I know that we were all drained by the end of it, though.
Yeah, we're all drained.
I mean, we had been working 4 days. I was there for. How long was the con? I actually don't remember, but I
like
remember
4
it
days,
being
right?
there.
4 days.
I remember
from,
being there for a very long time, and I would like pull 8-hour shifts, and then by the end of it, I was like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go home." And Jeremy was like, "Yeah, you look dead inside."
But they were very nice to us.
Oh, yeah.
And also, we got a bowl of macaroni salad brought to
It
us.
wasn't macaroni, was it? It
No,
was like
it was.
pasta.
So
I
one
have
of-
video of this.
One of our friends, he brought us a big bowl of macaroni salad. And that was like, that really kept us going.
Honestly,
the entire
for that
MomoCon
day,
experience.
I think that was on the Saturday too. So that was like the busiest day, and we're
that
just
really
out
kept
here
me going.
like
That
huddled
really kept
over
me
a
going.
bowl of the communal pasta bowl is what
Yeah.
we called it.
That
and it
really
was,
kept me going, yeah.
it really was something. And then I had brought something, I forgot what it was, but
Well, you brought a bag of candy.
oh my
And
god.
I think we were thinking about giving it out to people at the table.
No, y'all just kept eating it.
Picking out candy and eating it. By the end, there was a pile of like Snickers.
You and
wrappers
another
on the
volunteer,
table.
I swear, I like looked under the table sometimes,
there's
and I'd be
just,
like,
like, a bowl
it looks
of
like there's
Snickers
been a
wrappers.
war of Snickers and Three
Okay,
Musketeers.
I didn't just like throw them on the floor.
No,
while
they
I was
were like
there.
everywhere.
I like kept them in a nice little bowl
was like,
area.
oh my
Like
gosh.
I was, I was eating the Snickers.
Oh
I was
my gosh.
clean about it, man. I was clean about it.
I got more frog stickers at MomoCon. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're looking to get some stickers, check us out on Big Cartel.
Is this going to be up by then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So check us out on Big Cartel.
Check us out on Big Cartel.
We sell things now.
We sell things now.
To finance the con,
Also,
that's free.
If you'd like to give us money, we have a Ko-Fi, we have a Big Cartel, or you could also come to my house and give me money.
That also works.
You can find me.
He will solicit you.
Yeah, I will solicit you. No. If you're watching this podcast, I know who you are, and like when like
You're scaring your
you
viewers.
you know when you graduate from Georgia Tech and like they send you like a billion emails about like supporting the alumni.
Oh, right.
network? That's me. Every time like everybody who comes to WreckCon, I collect your home address and then I come personally. To
I don't
your
like
house,
this.
And like I try soliciting money. We don't do that, by the way. We don't do that.
Sure. Keep them wondering.
It's all part of the ARG, man. It's all part of the ARG.
Everything comes back to the ARG.
Everybody goes back to the ARG.
And speaking of ARG, at
MomoCon.
So at MomoCon,
Speaking of the ARG, MomoCon.
I met
Yeah,
so many
it's
cool fans at MomoCon.
A WreckCon? Dude, we already have diehard fans. It's crazy.
Yeah, there was somebody that came up to us, and there was nothing going on. I mean, the con was kind of like, you know, it was going. I think it was like on a Sunday or something. But anyway, so the con was kind of dying out.
Well, I think it's more that around our specific table, the con was kind of dead. I think the con was in full swing everywhere that wasn't in front of the WreckCon table.
Whatever, right? We spoke to this person for 2 hours. Basically, it felt like, but it was a really cool conversation. That was the best fan interaction I've ever had about WreckCon.
Like
we just talked about WreckCon the entire time, and I was like, "Wow, this is awesome."
Well,
so
I'm gonna start lording WreckCon up. Let's talk about what we hate WreckCon. No, I'm joking. Nothing.
The list.
Yeah, the list.
No.
We'll get into that later.
The math meme. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's like a girl like looking over here, and she's like, I don't know. There's like equations everywhere.
You're thinking really hard right now.
I'm really thinking. What could I bash other than the rage room?
He's really thinking hard. Oh, the rage room.
Fuck that rage room.
Yeah, the rage room.
Unbelievable pain.
You know, talking about, there's plenty of mistakes we made, but.
Did you go see any cool panels at MomoCon?
See any cool panels at MomoCon?
Did you go and experience MomoCon?
I spent a lot of money. So I
try not to.
You know, that's got to be part of the. I think I spent like several hundreds of dollars.
What did you buy?
On dice, like literally just.
Oh yeah, I was with you when you did that. I was like, "What are you doing?" You told me not to help you not to.
I play a lot of D&D and other things, and you know, you require a lot of dice for those things.
Yeah, but like, dude, just the one set would work.
Dice can be okay, but that's so boring, dude. Why have one set of
I play
boring
D&D
dice
too, and I really don't get the dice
when
thing.
you can have lots of expensive.
The only thing I get, I'll defend this part of dice, is when they're like metal and they have weight to them.
Yeah,
like,
but okay, when they're metal dice and like you roll them, do they?
Okay,
they like.
That's why you roll it on like.
Yeah, you have to get like a mat. Like
you
get a dice mat.
Otherwise, you're scuffing up the table,
dude. You're scuffing up the product. But
you scuff
the
up the
nice
product,
heavy one, man. I want one made out of tungsten because like that's pretty dense.
Tungsten,
dude. That would be so.
Dude,
it would be so expensive.
Isn't a pound of tungsten like
a lot?
Several tens of pounds.
Is a pound of tungsten several tens of pounds? Let it be known. These are the people that made a convention.
I do math, by the way.
I'm
a scientist. I'm a physicist.
He's a physics major.
Is a pound of feathers.
We're talking about pound masses here, or are we talking pound forces?
I mean, the pound of steel is heavier because there's more steel.
You're talking, the density of tungsten is like super high. But.
Okay, you're quickly approaching the limits of my engineering
Dude,
know-how.
you're a physics major. What's going on here?
Density, bro?
Dude, what is that?
Dude, talk to me in gallons per cubic mile.
All right.
Dude. Come on, bro.
All right. So MomoCon, right? I got tons of frog stickers in for anyone who hasn't met me at the con or has seen me running around the con because, you know, con's pretty small. I feel like you would have saw me running around.
MomoCon is pretty small.
No, I'm talking about our
them and their 4 billion people, am I right, guys?
No, comparatively, I would say that our con's pretty small. I mean, we're rocking like 7% of their numbers or something like that.
Well, what's 7% of 4 billion? Like what? Like at least like, I think around like 1,200, I think that works out. That was the WreckCon. That was the WreckCon attendance level.
Dude, you need to rethink your major if you're pulling out numbers and like what's a density. Anyway, so I got like lots of frog stickers, and my thing is, so for WreckCon, a lot of the executives had what were they, like little plastic hard hats, so we could identify each other from really far away in case we needed each other's help. And with mine, I decided to put as many frogs as possible.
I guess I should preface this. If you're coming to WreckCon, please do not wear a colored plastic construction hat. Do not do
Wait, do not even say that because then everyone will do it.
Everybody will. Hey, if you're watching this though, I know where you live, and I will make sure that you have no plastic construction hats to bring to WreckCon.
Is the joke that you just stalk everyone?
Please do not. Yes, that is no.
It's not a joke.
What joke?
It's not a joke.
No, I'm watching all of you.
Azeez watches me through my walls at night. Yeah. I've heard him breathe through my walls.
Yeah, no, I'm in there, man. I'm in there real good. I'd be like sniffing the drywall and stuff, man. I'm going crazy.
You sniffing drywall right now.
I'm
You're on some drywall.
But a MomoCon, sadly, there are too many people at MomoCon for me to stock every single one.
Oh, right.
I try as I must. I cannot stock everybody at MomoCon. Yeah, speaking of hats at WreckCon, if you're interested in grabbing one of the WreckCon official ones, visit our big cartel.
I didn't even know they were going to be on there, but apparently they're going to be on there.
We have all sorts of crazy stuff on our big cartel, dude.
Just crazy, absolutely insane.
No
you can
drugs,
buy a bouncy house on there.
No drugs, as much as I wish. We do not sell drugs on the WreckCon.
This is cut. We
No,
can't even joke about that. Against terms of service.
Well, are we not actually allowed
No, you're not allowed to talk about
That's
that.
hilarious, though.
Oh my god.
Okay, how about this? No guns on the WreckCon big cartel.
No. No swords.
Yeah, no swords on the WreckCon big cartel.
Freaking swords on the WreckCon website.
Everything that we sell on the WreckCon big cartel, you are allowed to bring
to WreckCon.
You are allowed to bring to WreckCon.
Absolutely.
Which is why we will not be selling swords, guns, contraband.
Anything of the illegal variety that could probably,
I think we're
get you
thinking about
expelled
starting
from
like
school.
a WreckCon massage service. That might be happening.
But as long as you're doing it shirtless.
Me, yours truly.
And that's how he
as
gets
the
your
masseuse.
address. He whispers in your ear, and you have to whisper it back. Your
exactly.
address. Yeah.
Like I have,
your hot bony body.
as I WreckCon ASMR session. Well, the next guest on here is
ASMR panel at WreckCon?
No, the next guest we got on the WreckCon podcast is gonna be a masseuse, and we're gonna have them. I'm gonna massage them because
podcast updates.
Yeah. By
Jesus
the way, we're gonna
Christ,
have guests.
Are we bouncing around?
That's the goal.
That is the goal.
Yeah, is to have
If
guests.
it'll happen.
We're gonna have a lot of cool, interesting guests. We're looking into getting. I think the president of the United States. He's gonna be on there at some point.
There are so many empty promises.
We got Vice President Kamala Harris showing up for WreckCon.
Definitely not.
We
Do
got,
not listen to him. But there will be a lot of other WreckCon executive staff that kind of helped us through the con.
I think we got like Andrew Carnegie. He's showing up to WreckCon podcast. We're hosting him.
This joke is going nowhere. It really is. It just... You're the only one laughing right now.
Andrew Carnegie.
Every one of our viewers is like, skip.
Anyways,
right?
Andrew Carnegie is coming to WreckCon. But as for real actionable guests, I think we're hoping to have, of course, WreckCon president Smart Mishra.
Definitely.
He's showing up.
He's coming eventually. He's gonna replace you.
Yeah, he's gonna replace me as what? What? As token Indian man on the podcast.
Right, you have to have one at least.
I think we actually only have 2 Indian people working for WreckCon. It's me and Smarn. I'm Indian, by the way, if you didn't know. That's I know that the lights might make me look white or something, but I'm not white. As much as I wish I was in 5th grade. I had a crazy phase in 5th grade where I swear I wished I was like part of a white boy band.
Okay, you're gonna have to go into this
because
I'm just personally interested.
I thought that the only reason why I could never be part of the boy band
was white
because,
boy band.
Yeah.
Preface that.
No. Okay. So like obviously there's like you got the Korean boy bands. You got you can't have boy bands.
Back up.
No.
Just start from the beginning, dude.
Okay.
You're young.
Let me go through my.
You want to be in a boy band. Why? Just answer that question for me.
You have to enter my preteen psyche. Okay, I wasn't thinking straight.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, there was a lot of unsavory things going on back there. But let's talk about boy bands for a second, shall we?
Okay, a little aside, but yeah.
Back to 5th grade, Azeez. I wanted to be part of a boy band.
Why?
See,
answer that.
Who doesn't want to be part of a boy band?
Me.
Why?
Why do you?
Dude, imagine it'd be like so fun. I don't know.
Why?
You'd be like hanging out with your buddies all day and like you get to play music and like.
Just them.
I don't know. You get like showering effect. Actually, I guess it'd be. I don't know. There'd be like a lot of like man energy in the room.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Like, they all like live in the same house and stuff, right?
Do they?
Well, I mean, I'd be surprised.
I imagine if you make that much money, there's no need.
Well, yeah, but like it's just like ease of use because
It's not like a streamer house.
Well,
I mean, that's what you gotta phrase it as.
I wanted to be part of a boy band, by the way.
He wanted friends.
But see, there's no Indian boy bands.
Oh.
There's no Indian boy bands.
Yeah.
And this makes me sad because we should start an Indian boy band. Okay, Indian people out there, if you're watching this, First of all, I know where you live. Second of all, we're starting a boy band. WreckCon, Boyband, Indian Man. We're going to be...
I feel like the personalities have flipped from episode whatever the hell was last time.
Like my personality?
Yeah, you got like type A, and I'm like...
No, listen.
What is happening right now?
I always wanted to be part of a boy band.
First question of the day. Where is my tripod?
It's on planet Earth. I've narrowed it down for you. Past that, no idea. Maybe that's the real goal of the ARG is to find
Reed's tripod. So we had a tripod that we were not using for tripod purposes. We had it like propped up on a clipboard with our prices for stickers.
Right.
So it was nothing vaguely like a tripod should be doing. And then it disappeared overnight. It disappeared overnight. It was not our tripod.
I really thought, like, you know, I really don't know who took your tripod, Reed. No idea.
So...
I don't know. I thought one of us took it, and I was like, okay, that's probably safe.
This tripod...
Speaking of Reed, Reed broke into somebody's car.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
So, day...
You guys gotta explain the whole shirt.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, like, day of MomoCon, our merchandise was with Reed? Wasn't it with you?
Smarn had it shipped with expedited shipping, and it came a day earlier.
But you took it.
Okay, so...
Right, it was under my name, so I had to go pick it up from the mail area.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
Day of MomoCon,
I have to go pick up Reed.
our best guy Reed has the shirts, and Trey has to go pick him up.
I go pick him up with a friend, so I'm driving down there, and Reed gave me his address and where he was. So I go down there, and I'm parking on the street. I'm like, all right, Reed, I'm here. And he already, after answering this phone call, because we're calling each other, he's like, what car do you drive? And I'm like, I drive a Malibu. And he cut me off, and he was like, is it black? And I was like, kinda, it's actually gray. And I was like, I guess it could look black. And I look across the street over here, and Reed is approaching a black Malibu.
It was my black Malibu.
It's not. It's
it was
definitely
not. My
not.
black
It was some person's Malibu who was currently on the road driving. They were stopped at a red light. And I see Reed. I'm like, Reed, wait, that's not my car. And at this point, it's too late. He's got his phone.
Reed gets into the car. The guy drives off, and you never see him again.
No, that's not what happened.
It was crazy.
But Reed did open the door.
Yeah.
And the dude, I believe, was like, dude, what are you doing?
And then, you know what the guy said? The guy said, hey, you work for WreckCon, right?
No, what?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Reed was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I think at this point, he closes the door, and he's like, I was looking for one of my friends, and I don't know what that guy's...
Yeah.
What happened with that guy? I think he drove off. But he, at this point, after closing the door...
WreckCon president, Smart Mishra.
No, it wasn't. But he looked across the road, and he immediately is just like, I look at him, he's like completely red-faced, and he's just like, I will never live that down. I just scared the crap out of a man, and I have so much anxiety right now. And me and my friend who was in my car was laughing the entire time, and it was great. We got to tell everyone at MomoCon, and everyone got a kick out of that story. Yeah. So good for you, Reed.
Now, whenever I see a black Malibu, Malibu. Whenever I see a black Malibu,
I'm reminded of Reed getting
the
wrong car.
Oh, I was gonna say I make sure to slash their tires, but I did get reminded.
Just in case they're that guy.
Just in case they're
who had a problem with that.
No, listen.
No, I think I'd react in the same way.
I'm trying to slash your tires.
I think I would react in the same way if some dude just, in Atlanta started hopping in my car. I think I'd probably react
by slashing their tires.
No. I'm just saying I would be like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
by the way,
you were also at a stoplight, so I was running at you.
Yeah, you were.
So, by the way, if you're watching this podcast and you own a black Malibu, I know where you live, and I'm coming to slash your tires.
This joke is gonna get so overused.
I love a black Malibu. Tell us about your black Malibu, Trey.
It's not even black; it's gray. It gets great gas mileage. Thanks for asking.
Great gas mileage, yeah. What's the mileage on it?
If I don't drive like a heathen, I guess 30.
30?
30 miles to the gallon.
I have no idea what this means. Thank you for. No, I drive, but like I'm not a car guy. I don't know.
Good gas mileage.
Okay.
Well, hold on a minute.
I am so like I am so... Listen, being a part of a boy band is tough, okay? I feel like I've missed out on like so many random things, like knowing what
I feel like if
gas
somebody
mileage is.
skips through this podcast episode, it's just gonna be like, you gotta know every sentence back to back. Like, how does this idea lead to the next? Because if they pass forward 5 minutes, they're gonna be like, why are they talking about boy
If you're
bands?
watching this podcast and you just scrubbed through to this moment, I know you did. I'm
Go
watching
back.
you. I know where you live.
Rewatch it.
By the way, Trey, this was like our first time tabling, I think, as RecCon at like an external event, right?
Definitely wasn't.
Okay. What was there? before that?
So MomoCon had like a pop-up at Georgia Tech, and that's actually where the bowling pin came from.
Oh, the bowling pin.
Yeah. So, okay, this is like so enthusiastic. This is somehow worse. Can we just like cut? Because I think we had everything up to bowling pin. So I'm just gonna continue to explain the bowling pin now, and we're not even gonna mention that cut. But the bowling pin, right? That's like a big inside joke with all the people at RecCon, and for some reason,
And it's an inside joke with you two now.
now you will
This
understand.
is the start of the ARG.
You two will understand the bowling pin. So if you went to RecCon this year, you would have realized that out of the choices you could have used for that freaking rage room, you had the option of like a mallet or the correct choice, which was a bowling pin.
Also, you could use me, but nobody picked that for some reason. I don't know why.
It's too big.
Um,
You can't there's nothing to grab. It's hard to grab you
yeah.
and just bash you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the what was I talking about? Bowling pin, right? So this bowling pin actually came from this MomoCon pop-up back in like, I want to say spring before our convention, but it might have been like the end of fall. But anyway, timeline irrelevant. We're sitting there, we're just talking about RecCon, like actually there's going to be a convention. It's at the same location too, exhibition hall. So we're like, we're going to all these tables, we're like, hey, you can come to RecCon, and people are coming to us, checking out RecCon.
You know what was hilarious? I think that this happened like, what, 2 weeks before RecCon actually happened?
It really did.
So we had a bunch of people coming to that event with their RecCon tickets, being like, hey, I'm here for RecCon, man. Where's it at? Where's it at?
Yeah. There was two people who were like, oh, I thought this was RecCon.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
weird.
But at the end of it, when everyone was like packing up their stuff and going, some person came by and were like, hey, do you guys want a bowling pin? And we were like, what? And they were like, yeah, we were gonna sell it, but we can't. So here's a bowling pin. And we were like, bet, we got a bowling pin. And I think I was the one that was like really enthusiastic about the bowling pin. And everyone was like, what are we gonna use that for? And I was like, I don't know, we'll find something. I don't think we thought about that at the time.
Making a promise, RecCon bowling. We're not doing RecCon bowling. We're not gonna have RecCon
Why do you
bowling.
make a promise then immediately
But
go?
if we had RecCon bowling, it would be epic. It would be epic. That's for sure.
Epic.
Uh,
That's a word for it.
Yeah.
RecCon's epic. Go to RecCon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where the bowling pin comes from.
Yeah.
And there's really not much to it. But everyone hypes up the bowling pin. And actually, I didn't know the bowling pin would show up until the day of RecCon, when
We
it
should have bowling pin
mysteriously
stickers.
showed up. And I was like, I didn't even know who had it up until that point. And it was just there at the Rage Room. I was like, oh, this is so much better. I actually bashed a keyboard in with that bowling pin. So definitely, honestly, I would say given the choice between a mallet and a bowling pin, take the bowling pin. It's got a lot more mass to it, and it's a lot more solid. I mean, you can do some.
I don't know
damage
what
with a bowling
mass
pin.
means.
All right, physics major.
But no,
But anyway.
all right, so Trey, what do you think did we learn anything specific at MomoCon? Oh,
Yes.
I can think of something we learned specific.
Yes, we
Bring
did.
plenty of water.
Yeah.
Bring plenty
oh my
of
gosh.
water. Always bring
Well,
water.
I mean, just with like tabling and stuff,
Yeah,
but like
just-
this isn't.
You know
like,
what?
They didn't teach us anything about a
This
convention.
is completely unrelated to RecCon. Drink water, guys. If you're watching this podcast,
Drink water.
drink water, and I know who you are. No, we had a whole case of water, and I think
It
like
was Reed.
yeah,
Reed
it
brought
was
water.
Reed. Reed brought
And
water.
actually, it was 2 cases of
and
water.
then in return for him bringing water,
Water.
we lost his tripod. That was fun.
Reed has made a lot of sacrifices for this
Yeah.
convention, is what I'm
Yeah.
beginning. In fact, a lot of people have, especially
We had
Smarin
to-
too,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
paid a lot of stuff out of pocket, but we won't get into
Reed
that.
sacrificed his tripod. Smarin sacrificed his life and sanity.
Your virginity. Why is that the showstopper? Out of all the things that was said, why is that the thing that really gets you?
Why? We have to cut this all out now.
No, you don't have to cut that. You could just say that, and then the silence,
Okay,
and
that's
then
a
we
good
cut.
clip, though. That's a good clip. That's a good clip.
You just like, we're just staring at each other, and your virginity.
But we sacrificed a lot of things. I sacrificed a few of my beard hairs. They came out for this. We
Get a microscope out for
put them in the. If you ever went to this Eurochef to eat food, yeah, that was me. I'm that guy.
You know what was really cool at our con that we didn't really get to talk about last time on our podcast?
Eurochef.
Well, yes, but free food, yeah. I mean, get free food if you volunteer at
Not
WreckCon,
free food.
please.
It was volunteering free food.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hey, if you want to volunteer, we have a volunteering sign-up form on our website. Go fill that out.
Go check
or
that
reach out. You get free food. You get a free T-shirt, and you
Probably
get
more stuff this year because
you get
we
a
are
hug
bigger.
from me and a kiss on the cheek. Maybe a little bit of tongue if you're interested. But that's like
You were so down bad for this
side note.
episode.
But yeah, volunteering gets a lot of perks. But what did we learn? What did we learn from MomoCon, Trey? Besides, drink a lot of water whenever you can.
Oh, go meet people, dude. There's so many cool
go
people
meet
at
people.
MomoCon.
Yeah.
And actually, there was a lot of people that I had recognized from our convention that was cosplaying the same stuff. And I didn't know that. I thought, you would mix it up. But a lot of people like to cosplay the same stuff, which, it's fine. And there's nothing against them. But, I mean, a lot of the cosplays I recognized, I was like, oh, cool. They do this everywhere. And that's kind of cool. Because, like, you get to, I guess you could get to know these people and, like, you would meet them again. You're like, oh, dude, what's up? Haven't seen you since the last convention. So that's kind of cool. I guess there's like a cosplay kind of like community or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something. So like people could recognize other people. So that was cool.
You went on like a little quest with one of our vendors, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
a
true.
quest
Yeah.
going
They had a
on.
quest. There was a lot of cool things that
right.
vendors were doing. They were doing like if you visit each of these
Well, one of our
vendors-
previous vendors, which a lot of our vendors actually vendored at MomoCon too, but we got to go meet them again. And one of the vendors that I'm really fond of is Kitty Gorian, and Kitty Gorian and some other vendors at the con were having like a contest, or not a contest, but like a treasure hunt.
opposite of a con.
Yeah.
It was an ARG.
No. It was a treasure hunt. You basically just had to like go spend $5 at each of these booths, or you could follow them on whatever their social media was. And if you prove that, then you get like a little stamp, fill out all the stamps, and you get all the you get little stickers. And it was Tears of the Kingdom inspired.
Yeah.
So that was really cool because I'm a big Zelda fan. And
Yeah,
honestly, I think we should segue into like kind of like interest now, because that would be kind of cool to kind of talk about like, we had a lot of stuff going on at the con,
Yeah,
but
we had a lot of stuff going on. Hey,
like what really represents WreckCon for you, Azeez? Like what?
you almost call me Reed.
I almost did.
That's okay, I forgive
you
you.
did it
I
earlier
forgive
to
you.
me, so I'm getting you back with it. But what I mean to ask is like with WreckCon, there's a bunch of different like identities and groups and different clubs, but like for WreckCon for you, like what do you
I
like
think
the
really
most about it?
What represented it for me was the Eurochef. No, sorry.
One thing outside the exhibition hall.
We can cut that. We can cut that. But I mean, I think a WreckCon has a lot of things for a lot of different people. We had a ton of cosplays that were crazy. We had a cosplay contest.
They were good.
I think the person who won the cosplay contest was a guy who wore a white button-up and black slacks.
It was a Shinji
Yeah,
cosplay.
he brought a folding
did the,
chair and he sat down on stage and he won crowd choice, which was
He had my choice. I mean, I know I've seen a
My
lot
heart
of
goes
them,
out.
and I'm pretty new to the convention game, which is kind of weird given that we were like, hey, let's just do one. I find that very weird. Hold on, weird segue. But I find it very weird that both me and you have only been to like, if you don't count WreckCon, 2 different conventions, and we threw one. So
Well,
I feel like that speaks a little bit.
I think that
A little bit.
Throwing a convention is actually really easy.
All right. It's not.
No.
It's easy if you have everything and you know everything. But
Throwing
here's
a
the
convention
problem.
is never easy.
The learning curve for throwing a convention is very steep.
Yeah, I mean,
Once you figure out where you need
there's
to
a lot
go
of
and
things
what
you
you
learn.
need to
There's a lot of
get,
things you learn.
it comes together.
Like, yeah.
And what I found out, actually, I talked to a bunch of different, so they had us in like this little group at MomoCon of tables where like they are other conventions and they're advertising.
Like our own little section.
And I talked to, I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting y'all's names. It was right next to
right?
KaiCon, you're right.
KaiCon.
And I was talking to them, and apparently they had started out in a very similar fashion to us. And I also talked to a different convention, and I'm blanking on their name too. But again, started at college like us. So what I'm beginning to realize is a lot of conventions just start out at a college, and then they go somewhere else. So it's like a business almost.
I think a college is honestly like
that's the best place to do it.
Exactly.
I mean,
like
that's the choice demographic
they
usually.
Just come on during a college, you know, they're all nerds usually. Yeah. Well, at Georgia Tech, we're all nerds. We know that. Don't know what gas mileage is, but yeah, we come to a convention on a weekend. We spend some time. We have some fun. But
if we have time.
Yeah, no, WreckCon definitely has, I think, a lot of different things for a lot of different people, especially college students.
Yeah, that's kind of like the demographic.
We offer free resume like tutoring services at WreckCon.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
That's really fun.
Maybe this year, but not last year. Yeah, I know you did. Reed sent his resume in.
And it was really good. His resume was really good.
Very in depth. He linked YouTube videos as references that he's done. So.
Yeah. He also, his resume is crazy.
Yeah, it truly is one of the resumes of all time.
Yes. But yeah, no, send me your resume, by the way, if you're watching this podcast.
You want to be a volunteer, send in your resume.
Yes, if you want to be a volunteer, send in your resume.
We really won't even look at it. We'll take whoever we can
We
get.
require 3 years of prior experience in a leadership position.
Man, the bar just got so much higher after we let someone like read through.
Yeah.
We just let anyone in here.
Yeah, I know, no, you know, we also love nepotism. So if you are a Georgia Tech student, hit us up, man.
Or if your name's Nepit.
Yeah, or if your name's Nepit. Or maybe your last name's Ism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then hit us up, man. We love you.
Or in pie.
I love you. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Are we ending it there? I don't think we should end it there.
No, thanks for watching the podcast, Nepotism.
Smarin asked, when did it register that it was happening?
Oh, like
not
the
until
convention?
Maybe like a week after it actually WreckCon happened.
No, not even. Are you kidding me?
No, when we maybe the after party, the WreckCon after party, that was crazy. I think
No. Like he means like, all right. So let me rephrase this question. So Smarin asked, when did it register that the convention is happening?
Oh yeah, not until like way after the convention.
No, this happened 2 nights before for me. I was like, we were all in the SGA room, Student Government Association room.
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
And we were all like, you know, talking about logistics. And while I'm sitting there, I just like, this is when the anxiety started happening for me. And I was like, oh, it's showtime, you know? Like, you were like, before it was like, we got a month, we got a week, we got 5 days. And then like 2 days before the con at night, I'm like, oh, this is like really going down. Like we got everyone here. Everyone's currently listening in to our logistics meeting. There's like 12 people in this room and they're all like different heads of clubs. Everyone's got like their own stuff to do. We're all talking, very communicative. We're all very connected at this point in time, 2 days before the con. And that was like the most sense of organization I think we've ever had. But that's when it began to click like, oh yeah, WreckCon's happening. And there's going to be a lot of people that show up, or maybe not. And that's when the anxiety, when I went, oh, no one's going to show up and we're all working really hard.
I think that is a very normal and healthy response to WreckCon. When I start feeling pressure, anxiety about something, my brain immediately, you can probably tell from this podcast, but it goes everywhere, man. So I specifically remember like being in bed on my phone, like literally the night before WreckCon, like,
I remember me and you making jokes the entire time in the room.
In the SGA room?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think we both handled it like that too. We were just like joking around.
Like, we cannot handle
no one's gonna show
up. I remember I was literally on TikTok like the day before WreckCon.
At like 1 a.m.
And like 1 a.m. because I couldn't sleep and I was like, scrolling through TikToks.
I was so scared.
And I got like I remember this specifically. I got a TikTok of a boy band.
Swear to God.
And I thought, dang, it would be so fun to be in one of those. I'm really not even joking.
Oh
I'm
my
being
God.
so for real. I'm being so
This is
for
the
real.
boy band episode.
This is what happened to me the night before WreckCon. I was scrolling on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I got a TikTok of a boy band. And I thought, wow, I would love to be in a boy band. And then I thought, wait a minute, WreckCon's tomorrow.
It actually,
and
if you're at the AM, it's today. So
Yeah,
'Cause we
it's
woke
today,
up.
yeah,
we
like
woke
2
up
a.m. at this
at like
point.
7
Yeah.
and got over there at 7:30.
So, exactly, yeah.
So-
I think I got maybe 3 hours of sleep before that night.
I
mean, it
think we
wasn't-
all did.
yeah,
I
it
know
was not
Smarin
great.
definitely did.
I remember that the day.
I
of
don't
WreckCon-
remember being tired though. Like I woke up and I was like, all right, let's.
I remember thinking to myself like, oh, let me hit a Blue Donkey before I head to WreckCon, right? So I go to Blue Donkey at 6 a.m.
did do that.
I text in the WreckCon server like, hey, I'm at Blue Donkey.
made
Anybody
a
want to
coffee
get
run,
orders?
yeah.
Anybody want to get orders? And like 17 messages in the chat like, hey, I'd like this. Azeez, can you give me this? I'd like this, please.
I was one of those
And so
people.
I walk into WreckCon
Yeah, I
like
remember.
lugging like 3 different of those trays of coffee. Like, hey guys, coffee boys here. Get your orders.
It's because we all woke up
But,
super early.
Yeah,
and,
and
you know,
I was like,
students.
I was the, I went to Blue Donkey, and I guess I was the scapegoat, man. Everybody was like, oh, this guy's a Blue Donkey, let's get him.
Somebody had to do it, and we're glad.
Somebody had to do it,
you-
and I,
someone
and I,
had
and
to
I
make a coffee
volunteered
run.
myself, I guess.
Someone, I mean, honestly, it's a staple for college students.
Yeah.
You
Blue
need
Donkey,
coffee.
yeah,
It's
you
either
need
coffee
coffee,
or
yeah.
you're either hooked on coffee or you're hooked on energy drinks
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
you're me and you're hooked on both. So
Yeah.
there really is no in between. I drink black coffee too, so like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
really just destroyed my body.
I hate coffee.
You do?
I really like to.
Why were you?
What?
What?
Okay.
Why did you go to Blue
So-
Donkey?
No, sorry.
Blue Donkey is a
I
coffee
should
shop,
fix this.
by the
I should
way,
fix
if that
this,
hasn't
right?
been obvious.
Coffee has extremely hazardous effects on my body. Will swig coffee, and like literally like 2 hours later, I'll have like the sickest migraine. But dang,
You
if
had 2 sips of this. What's gonna happen?
But dang, if I don't love coffee, guys, am I right? Am I right?
It's gonna
No, but
destroy
it's,
you from the
it's-
inside out.
no.
I'm gonna have
What?
to edit through all of this.
Is your name?
What is my name?
Yes.
I'm Azeez. I'm a first year. No, I'm in my 3rd year of college. Why did I say I was a first year?
Who are you?
I'm a
Dude, the
third
split
year-
personality
yeah,
thing's
yeah,
real.
yeah. I'm a 3rd year physics student. I love WreckCon, and in my free time, I like sitting in my room and thinking about
Pee.
thinking about
Coffee.
all of the things, like all of my regrets in
bands.
life. Also, I play D&D. What
Yeah.
about you, Trey?
I'm the one asking the questions.
Yeah.
What is your quest?
What is my quest?
Yes.
What's your
My quest?
aspiration for life?
What is
Get
my
into the deep
quest?
questions here.
All right, let's get into deep here.
It doesn't help when you say it.
Okay.
Yeah. You just got to get there naturally. The deep finds you.
Shoot, I really want to mention boy bands, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to
Okay.
mention boy bands. All right.
Because God is
What
my
is
witness.
what is my aspiration in life?
Yeah. What do you see you with yourself when you get out of here?
Well-
You're not connected to WreckCon anymore. What are you
yeah.
doing with your life?
I want to be. I want to mountain bike. No, I don't know. I actually saw a TikTok about this. the other
Hold
day.
on, wait, hold on.
No.
You not like thought what
Okay.
you're gonna do
Okay.
after you get out of
Okay,
college?
Listen, after I get out of college, the plan is go to school for the rest of my life and then figure it out from there, man. I'm going to be honest. I watched
What
a
is there to
TikTok-
figure out if you're going to school for
I
the
watched
rest
a TikTok about this guy who like went off grid and he like lives with his chickens on like a farm. That's going to be me, dude. That's going to be me. I'm going to bring me and my chickens to WreckCon, dude.
What's the point of your major?
What's the point of physics?
Yeah.
Dude, I like physics.
Well, what are you gonna do with it?
Dude, listen, man. Listen. Don't worry about
Teacher?
that. Man. No. I do like physics. Okay.
But what are you gonna do with it?
My real life aspirations.
No, that was all real.
I'm so.
At some point in his life,
Okay.
he will own a farm or
Sorry.
something.
I feel like I'm kind of ruining this podcast. I'm so out of it right now. I'll get back to the topic. I promise. All right. My real life aspirations. Honestly, I think WreckCon, like running WreckCon as a convention, is probably pretty close to like. I think what I would want my life to mean.
All right, go into that. I don't know what you mean by
as
that.
a person, like I feel like all we really want to do is like connect to other people.
Okay.
And like I think me facilitating that, I think is that's a pretty. I mean, it's a lofty goal to be sure, but I think it's a good one.
I like that. I can really get behind that actually. Like, you kind of use WreckCon as like a way to get people together.
I think and like as a.
I mean, that's really what happened. I mean,
Exactly.
while we were making this convention, we got a group of people that could
Exactly,
do it
exactly.
together. We got a group of people that wanted to do it. You get a community together that, you know, just likes conventions
and that's,
in general.
you know, how I view RecCon.
Now I recognize tons of people outside of my group that helps make
exactly.
RecCon. Like I can now I know vendors. Now I know cosplayers around the Atlanta area. So I mean,
what about you, Trey? Tell us about your aspirations.
my aspirations.
I'm still the one asking questions.
Yeah.
One last one for you, Azeez. What is your favorite color?
What is my favorite color? I actually don't know if I have one.
You don't have a favorite color?
I
How
think,
can you not
I
have?
think if,
Everyone has a favorite
I think
color.
if you pressured me and
What's your
like
favorite
you
color?
pressured me to like say my favorite color, I think I might say like a light turquoise.
Okay, let's say that you're not leaving this room until you tell me your favorite color.
Light turquoise.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Weird how that
I
works.
think that color represents for me. It has nothing. It doesn't represent.
Yeah, I was about to say, why does a color
I
have to
like
be-
light turquoise.
Purple's the best color.
Yeah.
Trey, your turn.
I just said purple's the best color.
What is your name?
Oh. I have a really long name, actually.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Trey
Being a white guy.
Macintosh. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
They call me Big Mac.
Okay.
No.
Hello?
What? Did you give your full name
No, I said Azeez.
in Social Security?
Yeah.
Go ahead and let them know.
6712. No.
I was like, wow, he's committing. William David Trey Page the Third. That is
He's
my,
a third?
I'm a third. That's why they call
You're
me Trey.
third?
Yeah, did you know that? That's why people are
1,
called
2,
Trey.
3. All right. you. Sorry, y'all.
Trey William Page.
What do I
the
do with
third.
this host?
All right, Trey William Page the third. What is your quest?
I really want to build rockets. I am an aerospace engineer, and that is my... Actually, okay, I do have a quest. My quest is to get a human being on a different planet. That is actually why I became
That's
an
your quest?
aerospace
That's
engineer.
really cool.
Because
I really want to
here's why. I'm all about longevity, right? What's more, in favor of longevity for the human race is if we're on 2 different planets, we could up this one and we're still good.
Yeah.
We got another chance.
Yeah. I mean,
They're not getting back. They live over there
everybody
now.
knows that. Like, I love f***ing up planets. I love it.
Earth can't seem to get enough of it.
It's my favorite hobby.
It truly is one of those times.
destroying Earth.
But that is why I became an aerospace. Well, it's one of the reasons. Another reason is Kerbal Space Program is a really fun game.
Kerbal Space Program is incredible.
I have more than 1,000 hours on that game.
Damn.
And I am sorely disappointed at Kerbal Space Program 2. I bought that day of release.
Yeah.
and
Speaking of games,
Didn't that release at RecCon?
yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Speaking of
very
gaming,
Not a
Southern Fried Gaming Expo.
There is one more question.
Okay, keep going.
is your favorite color?
What is the average recipe velocity of an unladen swallow?
Well, it depends. Is it
I don't remember the exact quote
Congrats,
yet.
the reference is gone.
In African swallow?
You know what's
or like
funny?
a European
I've never
swallow?
seen that movie.
Oh my god.
I've never seen that movie. I just know the reference.
Yeah. Thank y'all again for listening to the RecCast.
We can't do it. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep the whole thing.
Honestly, cut it off the first mispronunciation.
RecCast bloopers, honestly.
Thank y'all again for listening to the RecCast.
We can change our name right
Episode
now.
1.6.2?
I
Point
said
3.
3. I said 3 because of that.
1.6.3. This is a fun time. Thank y'all for joining us.
I don't
Come to
know.
RecCon.
Yeah, come to RecCon.
Yeah.
Main
Check us
takeaway.
out on our Twitter, our LinkedIn. Follow us on LinkedIn.
Oh my god, I forgot about our
Our
LinkedIn.
Instagram.
Why do we have a LinkedIn?
And check out our Ko-Fi and Big Cartel.
Oh yeah,
And
do check
also,
those out.
come
Also,
to RecCon.
hold on. Let's speak a little to that. If you want cool stickers of frogs, such as these, go check out our, what was it?
Big Cartel.
Big Cartel. I knew that.
Go check out our Big Cartel.
Also, shirts. Whoa! More coming. And, we may have more designs before this airs. So this may not be all of them. There could be more. But yeah, check that out. Free tickets, as always. And we look forward to seeing
thank
y'all at
for seeing-
RecCon.
We'll see you at RecCon.
Yeah, thanks for letting us talk off your ear.
Thank you for letting us wreck your con.
Wreck your
Thank
con.
you for letting
Dude,
us
I
know.
want that to be a shirt so bad. Wreck your con, I'll wreck your con, and it's such a good idea. Why doesn't anyone like that? Okay, no one
Oh, sorry.
no one likes
Yeah,
my
I love
idea.
it.